straight off the top, straight off the dome. I really wasn't going to do a message today. Just didn't feel like it. I earlier this week on Sunday plotted out my first week of messages. It's called messages for me because they're messages to the masses. They are constructive personal thoughts and experiences that I feel people would connect with. So on Sunday I wrote down a series for the week. We'll put this one, put that one, put this one. If I don't have the message, I will have a idea that I wanted to speak about, and I'll formulate it from there. And I had this great idea when I originally started today. Wednesday, hump day. Mike. I know y'all know the commercial. If not, YouTube or search the Geico Camel commercial. I think it's Geico, but the camel comes and says, guess what day it is? Hump day. Whatever. So I was going to do this message on hump day. Just felt forced. Felt like it wasn't there. And the whole day I'm working, I'm thinking, like, man, I got to come up with something to represent hump day, to really bring it to the people. Go on a little tangent. I always wanted to be an R&B singer. I did. Like, I hear the music and I connect to the words. Not so much the song itself, but it's the words. And I wish I could have played the piano. I wish I could have learned to be musically inclined to put together a beautiful piece of music. That's always been one of my admirations of artists, no matter what you are, because they can take a piece of music and a thought and connect the two together and create feeling. That's all anything in life is, creating feeling, bringing connection to the heart, to the mind. That's why music is so connective to the world. That's why the culture of music, rap, R&B, country, all that is what connects us. Music is an outlet for everybody. It's a message to everybody. When people don't know what to say, you can find it in a song. Somebody's sung about it. Somebody's rapped about it. Somebody's made a classical piece about it. Anyway, my tangent. So I couldn't really come up with anything, and I've been listening to the song by her. It's called Damage. If you never heard it, I suggest you YouTube it. It's a beautiful song. And just the word damage, man, it's been playing in my mind. Damage. And so I'm listening to, shout out to Coach EO again. I always say he's motivation to me. And he's doing the live stream. And he presented a question. And I responded. And it was about pain. It was about people wanting things in life, but being afraid to fail, and people being afraid of the pain, avoiding pain. And he saw that and responded to it. When people say things and it's genuine and it's heartfelt, even more so if it's something they truly have experienced in life, that's not something that can be dismissed. He goes on this tangent and he says some things to me that really hit me hard. He says he's thankful for his life. He's thankful for the things that happens to him, but every day he lives with spiritual, mental, and physical pain. That hit me so hard, because trauma is not talked about. Trauma is so real. A lot of times we want to chase these things in life to get us to where we need to be. We've got these hills we have to climb. And we might get to that hill, getting all the way up to the top, get to the peak, and just continuously fall down. We repeat these circumstances. A friend told me a long time ago that God will give you these tests, and if you keep failing the test, He's going to keep giving you the same test over and over. It's true. I don't know if any of you ever had something in your life that just a reoccurring theme or issue or problem, something that always happened to you, you couldn't get past it. It's because you were making the same decisions or you were avoiding it. And a lot of times, what holds us back, what gets us to that point where we almost there, we're on the bicycle at the top of the hill, and all we need to do is just tip the tire over the peak and just ride it down. We just can't get the tire over the top of the peak. A lot of times that's trauma. Trauma comes in all kinds of forms. Trauma is different from everybody. And that's something that's introspective and something you have to really explore it yourself. And I advise anybody who's got some real trauma, think about it, get some help if you need to. Connect with that trauma, feel that trauma, breathe that trauma. Trauma hurts, man. It's debilitating. And sometimes it never goes away. But I'll tell you this, though. Because I think I'm kind of going through it, too. And I don't know specifically with what my trauma is. But I do it a lot by myself because I spend so much time by myself and I'm able to reflect on what it is, how I feel. Trauma will stop you from getting over that hump. Trauma will stop you from getting where you need to be. Trauma will take all the good work you've ever done and make it null and void. Because you've had some things happen in your life, or you've had people do things to you in your life and you've never addressed them. Because you've never addressed them, they always stop you from getting what you want in life, for going after that one thing. Because you might feel like if you try to take that step past something that you've never walked past before, something or someone or even yourself will stop you. Trauma will do that. I was just listening, hearing EO talk about, man, he said his cat died. And he'll just be sitting in his place and feeding his other pets, and he's, man, I miss my dog. I say dog, but it was a cat, but it's like his homeboy, it's his family member. And I just felt that. I did, man. I really felt that. I felt that pain. I felt that connection to his loss. But it didn't stop him. But it will stop some of us listening to this, and it has stopped you. And that connects to my hump day message. You gotta get over that trauma to get over the hump. You gotta get over that trauma to get to that next place in life. We've encountered all kind of trauma this year. Some of us more than others. But we can't let that stop us from progressing into the best versions of ourselves. If anything, if you ever hear this, and if you ever get anything from anything I say, because I want everybody to self-improve as much as possible, you gotta fix them gaps. You gotta take them scars and you gotta heal them. If they need to bleed a little bit more, you need somebody to open them back up so they can bleed and scar properly, let's do that. If you gotta talk to somebody, let's do that. If you gotta cry, let's do that. If you gotta confront somebody, let's do that. Deal with that trauma. Take those pieces of you that you have repressed and put aside, and then confront it head on. That trauma will eat at you. That trauma will keep you from being you. Don't let trauma be the one thing in your life that keeps you from where you want to go. Trauma has been the killer of so many dreams. Don't let them kill yours.